Okay, let's take this 1991 on a J Land Rover Defender 90 200 TDI hardtop for a spin. It's stone cold at the minute, so you'll see what it's like starting from absolute cold. Ignition light comes up, as does the cold start light. All light doesn't come up, in fairness. Bit of heat. There she goes from stone cold, no problems at all. No smoke. Very good. I did 50 miles in this yesterday, and I have to say it drove absolutely superbly. Actually, one of the nicer ones I've driven for a long time. Showing 119,500 miles. Not had many owners either, from memory. Really just seems to be a sort of quite nicely looked after 200 TDI Defender. Hear the turbo whistling a bit there. As I say, it starts nicely whether it's hot or cold. No hesitancy, and very importantly no overheating. The temperature gauge driving back yesterday at sort of steady 50-55 miles an hour was barely registering. It does work though, the temperature gauge, so no overheating. So yes, nice engine on it. Clutch feels nice, gearbox is spot on. There's no synchro problems or selection problems or jumping out of gear or weird noises or anything. And in fact the whole transmission and drivetrain feel very solid. There's no appreciable backlash or anything through the transmission. It all feels as it should do. Steering spot on, it's not sort of wandering all over the road or anything. It does exactly what it should. The only thing I can possibly criticise, you can possibly hear it there as we're going over bumps, the tailgate rattles a little bit. But apart from that, there's no other sort of, well, certainly no expensive noises, bangs, clunks, groans, rattles or anything like that. It's the odd squeak from the tailgate that a lot of Land Rovers have. All the gauges work with the exception of this aftermarket voltmeter, which seems to have died. And certainly the speedo fuel tank and fuel gauge and temperature gauge are working fine. It's also got a radio cassette, which certainly the radio works. Yeah, I mean overall it just seems to be a nicely screwed together Defender. Steering wheel's a couple of degrees off, but I don't think you need to worry too much about that. So really just chugs along quite happily in fifth gear now, just sitting in this traffic, just getting on with it. Heater blower fan works, and as I recall from yesterday, the heater works really well on this one. It's actually quite pokey. Very much else I can say about it really. It just does what you expect. Nice driving Defender. I think that'll probably do. My name's Simon. You can reach me on 0771 906 9353. or in the office on 0118 946 3352, or you can go to our website, which is www.motodrome.co.uk.